What's up, everybody? We're back, and today we're going over wrestling in the gi with the lapel. It's one of the best ways to get a match going in your favor right off the bat, and if you like this technique, make sure to like and subscribe, or comment below on how wrong I'm doing it. Haters are welcome here. Now my first grip we're grabbing is the same side collar. I don't want this to be a weak grip, so when I grab it, I'm turning my knuckles inwards. The moment my grip is solid, I'm locking my elbow so when I drop it, it takes our upper body with me. Now, add a shot to the outside with the goal to feed your outside arm through the knee until you can grab the collar. When you shoot, pull hard with both your forearm and your body weight. The lower you can get her upper body to go, the easier it's going to be to feed that lapel. To come up, simply push with your head into her chest to force the upper body backwards. If there's too much pressure, do a short bump into them and walk backwards to pick up the leg. This lapel grip is extraordinarily strong, so you shouldn't be having it get ripped away from you. Because of the options gain the lapel fed gives me, I'm okay with coming down onto my knees when I shoot, as when I do, I'm using that weight to pull her upper body with me. Even if you've never wrestled before, you should really have no issues with pulling this off. Now, as I mentioned, this is my personal favorite way to start a match in the gi. As soon as you're done bumping fists, the match is going. Both my opponent and I should be expecting something right out the gate. When you're competing, you should always try to be the one pushing the pace rather than being the one reacting. If they're not in their wrestling stance, shame on them. We should always be in our stance once the match has begun. Don't be the bum standing straight up. Bend your knees till you still feel comfortable shooting and down blocking to protect your forward leg. One of the goals of our stance is to always be underneath their chin level. If you maintain the dominant stance in this way, you're very often given easy to finish shots on their legs. As they lower, you should still try to maintain positioning underneath the chin if possible. If they ever raise up, creating an opening, that's your moment to shoot. Once again, my personal goal is to get that lapel fed so I'm shooting with intent. What's great about this is even if I miss my shot or they move their leg away from me, I still have control of that grip. I can just come up and shoot over and over again, yanking them forward as I do until I get that leg. At any moment I don't like what's going on, that grip can also turn into an easy guard pull. Or even if they manage to block me coming up, I'm okay with that. I'm going to play with the seated lapel series the moment I'm committed to playing on bottom. I'm still going to be feeding that lapel as before, but because I'm coming in off a shot, I have space to quickly insert a shin guard for more pressure on the sweep. Switch that right grip off the same side lapel and hunt for their sleeve. Once you get it, pull with that while pushing their thigh away. Lift with the shin hook for an easy sweep. Depending on how they land, you'll either get a clean sweep, chase the back, or come up behind them. Check out my Abusing the Lapel video where I go over this series in more depth. Earlier I mentioned the traditional tie-up. It's actually a place where I love to go for this, especially when either of us are tired. Typically, white belts play this as a stalling position where they're just pushing each other away, locking their arms out. To counter that, all I have to do is either bend their elbow or get it to lift. Either one makes that lockout pressure go away, allowing me to go for my shot with the lapel. The moment I feel myself clear of that pressure, I let go while already shooting forward to feed that lapel in one motion, pushing with my head to get back up. Finishing this, as you would hope, is really easy to do. Very rarely they'll just fall over from just the shot. The few times that they do, it's from the downwards pressure spiking them into the mat while you've switched your pressure into coming up. Once again rare, but take the free cookie. The next low-hanging fruit to look for is if their head level is bent or just lower than it should be. If I can reach anywhere along their back from their belt line to their collar, I'm going to use that to make them bend more, using my forearm to pressure their neck downwards as I rotate. On better people this will not happen much, if ever, but we need to be able to recognize it so if they do, we'd be able to punish it appropriately. Typically you continue this right into a pass to side control, keeping the frame pressured as you circle. Now some weird things can happen off the takedown, but you're free to just pull your arm out, and you'll still end up with a takedown. When they have better posture control though, those two moves go out the window. We then switch to the ankle pick or the reshot double, however you want to think about it. What's important here is to be paying attention to how you're forcing them to step. Go from pushing them backwards to pulling them. As they take that step towards you, you're going to level change and shoot, pushing with my head while their weight is still planted due to forcing that step. Side note, from this grip, you should always be walking around with them. If you don't, you're giving them a real chance to escape. They can try to out-pressure your lapel grip with stomp or other shenanigans. Best to just not give them a chance by just keeping them moving. But if they're just too damn athletic for any of those to work, you can also bail into mat return territory. To do this, I'm going to feed the lapel as normal, but now with my other hand is going to grab their calf. Not the gi on this one, the actual muscle. When I pull with that arm, I want their whole body to come with it. When I yank them towards me, I'm going to let go while stepping into them, wrapping both arms around. From there you get a ton of options to take them down, so we'll leave that alone until another time. Instead of grabbing the calf muscle, I can grab the gi pants down near the ankle. I rip this upwards with both grips while foot sweeping that remaining leg. If they're short and not very flexible, just pulling that leg up can pull their hips out from underneath them. Remember, if the rule set doesn't allow slams, don't do it. Don't slam your training partners. Regardless, there's one more conditional throw that we haven't covered yet that's a lot of fun. If they willingly place their leg on the outside of my hips, I'm going to hunt for their other sleeve, and if I can get control of it, step into them, getting it so their hips or even just their thigh is resting on top of my hips. Pull with both grips while pushing your hips upwards into that point of contact. Add in a little rotation and hooray! You might have just hit your first flashy judo throw in a competition. The crowd goes wild. Or you hear a collective Either way, +1 to that highlight reel that we all desire. Go you. Alright, we have one more situation I want to go over from here. After coming up with the lapel fed, my other arm is going to go underneath that leg. The closer to the knee and hips, the better. My left arm is then going to go from the lapel to around behind the hips or the belt. You can get some pretty fucked up things here, going full on belly to back, mat returning them, or just establish dominance by carrying them around like a princess. You know, whatever floats your boat. Okay guys, if you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe or support me on Patreon.
Bye, have a great time.